let's watch Ray's Guide, Star Citizen 318, my concerns about the Antares.
Hello, this is Daniel Raymond, the voice behind Ray's Guide. Yesterday, while I was away at work, I saw that CIG had given evaluation copies of the Scorpius Antares, and I thought, well, as soon as I get home, I need to put together a quick first evaluation of the Antares as well. And as you might guess,
he didn't qualify. Probably.
Just from the fact that I'm using Citizen Kate's preview as B-roll, I apparently did not qualify.
Most of us that are critical towards the game did not qualify. Why is that, you might ask? Why? Why, Chris?
It's not that they don't know how to find me. When it came to the one time they wanted to do a takedown demand on a video, they had no trouble at all knowing how to find me. I guess it was more that I do.
Wait, what? They took down one of his videos?
To do a takedown demand on a video, they had no trouble at all knowing how to find me.
Wow. Wow. I gotta get Ray's Guides on like a podcast so we can talk about this. I did not know about that. Holy shit.
I do produced content and not streaming. Or maybe because I'm not at all shy about pointing out the flaws in their designs, which, honestly, is exactly what I'm going to be doing. And you may be saying, how can I be pointing out the flaws of something that I've never seen or used in a game? Well, it was because while I was planning how to produce...
Look at this action. Look at this fucking co-pilot action, dude. Amazing.
...flaw became apparent. Quickly producing scripted content takes planning, of course. And the flaw is a balance flaw, because everybody who's approached the question of whether the Antares is overpowered concludes, no, it isn't, because it takes two people to operate.
I think it's fine. I spoke about this in the previous video. I said as long
we're gonna watch his video because you guys posted his video. But also, if you want me to react to any other video, community Discord, post a link.
By one pilot will make it OP. If there's two people, then it kind of balances out.
But what if it doesn't? Like pretty much every other gamer, I have a second system, which may be an old system that they've replaced, or in my...
Is he gonna say the same idea? Like, is he gonna have the same idea that I had just a second ago?
In my case, a laptop that I use for gaming and work while traveling. And I have a second game account that I specifically keep empty for doing zero-hero scenarios and for doing player tutorials. So I figured to quickly do a review vid, I'd just fire up the laptop, log into it with the noob test account, put that character in the second seat, and be ready to fly and record with my game desktop, as usual. Then I thought about how to set things up so I could reach the laptop when needed, and realized that I didn't need to. Once in the eWar seat, the second character didn't need to see the screen, didn't need to use the keyboard, and didn't even need to move the mouse.
There's nothing to see.
They just needed to press the left or right mouse button at the appropriate time, which wasn't even all that often. I could just move the wireless mouse for the laptop near the mouse on my desktop, at the right moment, just jab at the button. And I realized I've never seen a two-player combat craft easier to play both seats simultaneous as this one. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to say that anybody who is taking the Antares seriously enough to spend real money on it is going to wind up single-seat dual boxing it. Because it's going to be really hard to find volunteers willing to play in the second seat that's going to require so little of them. So the Antares is going to have to be evaluated as if it was a single-seat ship. And as a single-seat ship, yes, it is overpowered, quite overpowered. So you might say, but wouldn't that also go for other single-seat dual?
Although it wouldn't really be that overpowered, honestly. It's a really big ship. Like, it's a fairly big ship. It's a heavy fighter, but it has a single shield, single size 2 shield. The Hurricane is a better fighter. It has a bit more... It's a better, like... it's a more maneuverable ship than the Scorpius. And on top of that, it has like a turret, like compared to the Antares. But also, like you have to be close for the EMP. And you're such a big target that like all the meta fighters are gonna fucking destroy you. The only OP thing would be the QED, which didn't really work in the testing phase. So I don't know. I wouldn't even say that like the Scorpius is or the Antares would be OP. Really.
Boxing, say the Hurricane or the standard Scorpius. No, because those second seats require a lot of attention and work. I don't have enough eyes, hands, or attention.
Also, somebody please post the Discord link to my community Discord in the chat for Tony to see it.
To successfully dual box a Hurricane. And unless you're an octopodial bug-eyed space alien, neither are you. Now, if you're at all familiar with my videos, you know what has to come next. I never complain without offering specific solutions. So how do you make the second seat of the Antares challenging enough that it can't be
Take it out completely. Just take it out. Thank you, Apex.
single-player dual boxed without being, this guy? Unfortunately, I think the answer will require a redesign of the Antares.
Okay, so the issue with giving your thoughts and then giving solutions on with this game is, first of all, you're gonna be called an armchair developer. Secondly, which I'm not gonna call, like, Ray is not that, obviously, but people are gonna call him that. And the second thing is, you don't really know how much it would take them to like fix something, or completely like rebalance something, or redesign something. So like straight away, that could be just like that would like never happen, because they're not going to do that because it's going to take them too much time for that.
Or rather, an unredesign. Bring back the turret and make both the quantum dampening and EMP both be focused energy field weapons.
Yeah. Beam Citizen, Beam QED, and Beam EMP. Like, this kind of gameplay could be cool, but also it's a whole fucking redesign of everything. Like, they need to add a weapon for it. They need to add the turret back. Like, it's impossible for them to do this. They're just gonna release it and like go with the flow and get a lot of like money from the ship sales, and that's it.
Focused energy field weapon is one that gets an increase in range.
You know what? You know how this could be fixed? Honestly, from my perspective, this could be all fixed without adding other stuff, but by making the Scorpius into basically a Hornet. So you can have, instead of like variants, you can have modularity. So instead of like, you could choose, okay, do we need a QED? Are you going to get bored by using the QED and the EMP? Or can we just like slap a turret on and go fight? And then most people would just like choose to have the turret. Because, obviously, right? But no, they want to sell yet another variant of a ship that could have been modular
as a trade-off for having to be pointed at the target. Do so, and the second seat requires at least as much skill and attention as a Hurricane turret, and thus impossible to be effectively single-player dual-boxed. In fact, having the quantum dampening be a focused energy field becomes particularly challenging tactically in multi-ship battles. Do you focus on dampening the most valuable ship and hope that the others will stay in order to defend it? Or do you try to switch between the targets fast enough that none of them have long enough to spool and calibrate their drives before being hit again? Now, I'm guessing that some of you are thinking that, well, if I've just essentially turned EMPs and quantum dampening into a gun, and I have, could I mount them in any other ship? Well, CIG could certainly say that.
And you know what? Let me tell you something. I'm pretty sure, I'm fairly certain that once they release this, there's going to be a Q&A, and they are going to say that The Antares was not supposed to have an EMP, but this is just like a placeholder, just like the Sentinel, because the Sentinel, if you don't know, the Sentinel is not supposed to have an EMP device. Or maybe it's going to be a QED. It doesn't matter. Either or. So either the QED or the EMP. So it's not supposed to have that. It's supposed to have like the electronic warfare thing and hacking and all of that. But since that is still not in the game, we gave you this. And that's how they're going to like extinguish the fire.
There is a bespoke mounting and particular power requirements, yada, 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 and have it be exclusive.
It's going to be something like
honestly,
that, right?
Having EMP and quantum dampening choices in our loadout options seems rather intriguing. Anyway, the Antares represents the first ship in the game with a dedicated E-War player position. So it is important that CIG get it right or the problem will propagate to any other E-War ship. The position needs to require more activity in battle itself to be necessary and worthy to have a player's full attention. Now, for an update on our giveaways, we now have 2 ship giveaways and 1 skill contest. The first is the 10,000 subscriber, now 11,000 subscriber. Thank you for the Hull C, the colossal cargo container carrying craft to be given away when the sea becomes flyable in the verse. And then there is the big ship giveaway for the winner's choice of either the Galaxy Complete, the massive modular mining moving medicine machine, or that Benu Big Box Bargain Bazaar known as the Merchantman. 1 entry per video for both of those drawings. Just be a member and subscribe and comment with the secret word. And the secret word for this video,
but you know what?
Is what I'm changing the field of the weapons to. And this is perhaps the last.
The electronic warfare is going to be
18 piloting skills contest for the most amazing landing of a ship Hercules size.
This is so fucking dangerous.
Accomplished in 3.17.
With a desync.
That's why it has to be ended. See the video in the description for that. Fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Danny Raymond.
Right, it's a good video, although they're not going to listen to him. There's a link to the video. They're not going to listen to him. Like it is how it is. It's just gonna be like that. But they're gonna say that like the E-War, electronic warfare player position, or whatever you called it, Apex, is gonna be like delayed until we get the Legionnaire, because that's the first ship that's gonna have like hacking, and then they're gonna like say that like it doesn't matter if it's gonna be for the Antares, but it's gonna be for the Sentinel, right? So in the end, they're going to say, yeah, you're going to get that, but we first need to finish the Legionnaire. But you started working on the Legionnaire, and then you took it off the progress tracker because of the Spirit, which is basically a Cuddy that we already have in the game. Why are you, like, making those ships again? Because we have the Freelancer and the Cuddy. Well, because of the A2 and the E1 or whatever it's called, the fucking executive edition. Sure, whatever. And like the cycle fucking continues. There I go, rambling again about Star Citizen in the same way that I've been doing for a year and a half now.